What is up, guys? Eric here with TeamEccenTrick, and I'm bringing you guys a new dual commentary video. I'm on the left playing NEKROZ, Connor's on the right playing Heroes. Unfortunately, we're at our local David Adams, and you're going to see a bit of a glare on Connor's cards just because of the lighting. Unfortunately, we found tables afterward where the lighting was a little better, but I will try my best to decipher each and every card. So here, I believe Connor goes first. He activates what looks like emergency call, yep, and he adds Stratos. Yeah, heroes are actually kind of a weird matchup for NEKROZ. I mean, it kind of can go either way. So he activates Fusion Destiny, I believe. And he sends two Destiny heroes. I believe it's Celestial and something else. It's Celestial and, yeah, to summon Dystopia. Celestial and Mally to summon Dystopia, and then he burns me for 16. After that, he normal summons Stratos. Fusion Destiny prevents him from special summoning monsters that aren't Dark Heroes. Like, he can only special summon monsters that are Dark Heroes, but obviously Stratos is a normal summon, so that doesn't prevent him from doing that, which is relatively good. You know, Heroes just have a lot of really good search capability right now, and I believe here he searches what looks to be Ferris. Yeah, he has a lot of really good lines of play he can go down right now, but he summons the Cross Crusader, uses its effect to special summon a Destiny hero, special summons back Dystopia, and then he banishes Mally to special summon Mally from the deck. And then he tributes the Mally using the Cross Crusader's other effect to search a hero monster. And here I believe he searches, if I'm not mistaken, either, yeah, I think he searches Increase or Plasma. I think it's Increase, yeah, just by the color of it, I believe it's Increase. Yeah, he uses Ferris and ditches the Increase. And then he uses Ferris's effect on the field. Again, guys, I'm really sorry about that glare. But then he activates, he activates the Increase into the Spell and Trap Zone as a continuous trap, tributes the Ferris, using Increase's effect to special summon it to the monster zone, and then special summon another Vision hero. Special summons Vion from the deck using Increase's effect. And remember, these are all Dark Heroes, so you know he is locked under Fusion Destiny. But and then here I believe he sends Shadow Mist, and then he uses Shadow Mist's effect to allow him to search again. As you can see, guys, the heroes just have a lot of search capability. He searches Honest Neos, which is really kind of a tough card for me to play through if I don't have a Valk in hand. Then he banishes Ferris using the Vion's, or maybe he doesn't do that just yet. Yep, he banishes Increase using Vion's effect to search Polymerization. The heroes can just thin the deck absolutely quickly, just run through their resources very, very fast. But at the moment he's still locked under Dark Heroes, so that's something to be considered, but at the same time, I mean, his entire strategy is based around Dark Heroes for the most part, so it's not as if he's really hindered. But then it looks as if he banishes the other Mally. Yep, specials a third Mally. And then he links, and then he tributes them for Plasma. So that's going to be a tough card to get through. And then after that, he links, and then goes into Dread Decimator, which basically increases his Plasma by a lot. He sets a card, and he also has Honest Neos in hand, which really puts me in a rough position because there's really not much I can do. All my monster effects on the field are negated, which kind of hinders NEKROZ, because in order for NEKROZ to get any of its setup, it has to have monster effects on the field at least. So I use Rhoda, and I open with Rhoda, and I search Shuret, figuring maybe I can at least get a few searches to try and just kind of build as much defense as possible by getting like Valks and things like that. Then after that, I use Colossalus to search Ritual Spell, and I search NEKROZ Cycle. And like I said, here I'm in a really tough spot. So I use Cycle, and I tribute Shuret to special summon Colossus, and then I use Shuret effect to search, because Plasma only negates monster effects on the field. Doesn't negate monster effects in grave, so I can still get searches from grave and things like that. But from there, off shirt, I search Brio. And like I said, I'm just really stuck here. So I use Brio's searching ability, discarding it from my hand in the graveyard to search a NEKROZ monster. And I search Valk, figuring that if I can maybe, get to, maybe I can get to something here, and it just doesn't really pan out well for me in this scenario. All I have really is Valk and then stuff in grave to banish as cost for Valk. So like I'm really kind of in a bind. All I have is Colossalus as well. It's just really not a good situation. Heroes really put NEKROZ, if heroes can get the right setup, which they can usually, they can put NEKROZ in a really tough bind. But now it's Connor's turn. And that Dread Decimator makes his plasma already big. And on top of that, he uses plasma to equip the Colossalus to it. That's one of Plasma's effect. It's basically a Thousand Eyes Restrict for Destiny heroes, and it gains half the attack of the monster that it takes. So that Plasma's looking pretty beefy. It gains 600 off of Colossalus. I can't remember how much it gains off of Dread Decimator, but then it also has the potential to gain 2,500 with Honest Neos in hand. And he also has 3 set cards, so that just really can... Yeah, and I use Valk here, by the way. He goes into battle and attempts attack, and I use Valk, trying to see if I can play through. I already knew his game was probably going to go his way just based on the way that his board is set up, and I can't really play through it. But I use Preparation of Rites just to see if I can find anything to try and get out. So I search another copy of Brio, and then I add back the NEKROZ cycle. And then after that I use Brio and search another Valk. Again, just trying to play through, see if maybe I can do something, but there's really not much I can do here. I'm just really stuck. I use Cycle though, and I tribute the Cyber Angel Benton to summon back the Brio, and I use it to search the Vanity's Ruler. Even though it's not really relevant, it's not going to do anything for me. It just gets me at least some pluses. Maybe I can potentially go off in a following turn or something like that. But I already know this game is probably going to go to him anyway, so it's kind of rough. Really not much I can do. Again, guys, I'm really sorry about that glare. I know it's horrendous, but yep. And then from there, I believe he activates Super Poly. Yep, he activates Super Poly. Or is that a mask change? I can't really tell. I think it might have been a mask change, or there's definitely something where I think he had to discard from his hand. Yeah, oh, that's right, he adds a Dusted Gold. He has all the new hero stuff too, by the way, so he activates Dark Calling. And then he banishes a Dusted Gold and what looks to be Ferris, and then summons the Malicious Bane. And then he gets to blow up everything on board, and then he attempts to attack, and I go Valk again. Just trying to, stall out, even though I know that the game's going to go in his favor. There's really not much I can do here. But I just want to stall out just to see if I can pull anything off, because you never know. You never want to quit early on unless you just, absolutely know the game is in their favor. But, you never know. So, regardless, we go to game 2. And as you can see, guys, if heroes, it could go either way with NEKROZ or heroes. It just kind of depends on who goes first and who sees their best combo going first. Because NEKROZ, if they go first, they can set up, at least with my current build, I can set up the Vanity's Ruler with the Unicorn as well as a Brio. I can set up, even just Unicorn alone can be kind of detrimental as long as I have the right hand traps, the right NEKROZ hand traps. There's a lot of things NEKROZ can do going first, but at the same time, if heroes get their setup, or even if heroes are going second and they get the Honest Neos, and I don't have a Valk to respond, or at least a Gungnir to respond with, then it puts me in a pretty tough position, because NEKROZ is inherently a very simplistic deck in that it only keeps one monster on the field. It's like one of those old 2012 through 2014 decks where it's Protect the Castle, kind of like Bujin in a lot of ways. But so I'm going first this game for sure. Activate Prep of Rites to get a search. I search Brio, obviously. And then I use the Brio to get another search. And I search Colossalus. Then from there, I reveal Pencil Plume and reveal Colossalus to special summon an incantation from my deck. From here, I special summon Talismandra, and then I use Talismandra's effect to get a search for a ritual monster. You can see that, like, NEKROZ doesn't really take a lot in order to get going, but then here I search Unicorn. The thing about NEKROZ is it's like a 2 or 3 card combo. I use Colossus to search a ritual spell. But yeah, it's like a 2 or 3 card combo, and then you can get your search, and then you can get all the plays to get the Vanity's Ruler Unicorn out, which is pretty much the strongest thing that NEKROZ can do, at least that I know of. So I tribute summon early for the Vanity's Ruler because I didn't even have to search it. I hard drew it, and then after that I go Kaleido into Unicorn, and then I use Herald to search. And I search Valk, figuring that if he does draw the Honest Neos, I want to try and hedge my bets as much as possible. But then I set a card and pass. The only thing about NEKROZ, like my sides at least, is that I'm siding in this game. I'm siding 3 called by, yeah, he attempted with Vanity's Ruler, even though he can't really do anything. But then he normal summons Stratos and attempts to search. But with NEKROZ, like, I am playing the extra Foolish Burials because I don't have extravagances. So if I use extra Foolish Burial, then I can't set any cards, so that's the only thing. But then after that, he goes to try and search the Honest Neos and attack over Unicorn or even Vanity's Ruler, and I just called by the grave because he didn't say damage step. So if he would have said, I believe Honest Neos can activate in damage step because it is an attack. It alters an attack stat, I believe. I'm pretty sure that's the rule. I'm not really sure how that works completely, but I'm not really good at playing against Heroes. So Heroes is one of those decks where, like, I love to play it, but I don't like to play against it. But either way, I'm pretty sure Honest Neos can activate in the damage step. If he would have said damage step, then I think that probably would have been game there, because I know Call by the Grave can't do it and it can't activate in damage step. But either way, so now we're going to game 3, and pretty much I've resigned myself to knowing that this game's probably going to him. This match is probably going to him, only because if he can get his set up, like, I'm just going to be in a really tough spot, because NEKROZ, again, you know, if he gets Plasma on board or even Dark Law, like, it just leaves me in such a tough spot. But now he goes first. He activates what looks to be another E-Call, an emergency call to search a hero. Yep, and then he searches the increase. Or no, he searches... Yeah, oh no, he searches Solid Soldier. Sorry about that. He normal summons Solid Soldier to special summon Stratos from hand, which is pretty much a really strong play. And then after that, he searches for what looks to be a Dusted Gold's effect to search for Dark Calling. Really interesting plays going on here. And then after that, he uses Ferris and ditches... I can't tell what card he ditched. Sorry, that glare is ridiculous. I'm very sorry about that, guys. We just chose the wrong lighting. We chose the wrong table to sit at. Then after that, he activates Increase from his deck and then tributes the Ferris to special summon the Increase. And then from there, uses Increase's effect to special summon Vion, and then uses Vion's effect to send, I believe, a Mally. Like, if I had an Nibiru right now, that'd be pretty funny. But either way, uses Vion, banish the Ferris, search Poly. And there's the polymerization. So he's got a lot of lines of play going on right now. Like, there's just nothing I can really do. I didn't see any of my sided hand traps or anything. So, like, he's just going to go off and go nuts, which I guess is just the way of the game. There's really not much you can do about it. Sometimes you win some, sometimes you lose some. As much as I love NEKROZ, like, it's really not the strongest deck, at least not as strong as it used to be. It's still pretty decent for a rogue contender or, like, a fun rogue deck, but I don't think it's really anything too significant in terms of, like, meta play or, like, anything like that. But then he links 2 into the Cross Crusader, uses its effect, specials Mally, tributes Mally to get a search. As I said, there's a lot of lines of play he can go down. Like, he can end on Plasma, Dark Law, Decimator, which is a pretty strong board. Plasma, Dark Monster with a Mass Change set, as well as yeah. But then from here he banishes. He searched the Plasma, and then after that he banishes the Mally to special summon from deck. By the way, I helped him with that. Sorry about that, guys. I know that's confusing, but then after that he links into the Dread Decimator. But yeah, when he banished the Mally, I just helped him do it. But either way, he banishes a Mally again to special the 3rd copy of Mally. Oh man, Destiny Hero Malicious at 3 is kind of nuts, to be honest. The card is just crazy. I'm surprised it didn't get hit back to 2 or even the card is just nuts. But then from there, he uses Polymerization and he fuses into Escradillo, I believe it's called. It's the dark hero, the one that just takes a dark monster and a hero monster. You know, just kind of like those generic fusions, I believe. Yeah, and then after that, he uses the one hero, the one that special summons from hand. I literally just said its name. To special back the Stratos, and then Stratos gets to search for Honest Neos. The Solid Soldier. He used the Solid Soldier's effect to special summon back Stratos. I'm so sorry, guys. If the glare wasn't there, I'd be able to see what cards were being played. I just kind of remember based off of what he's doing because I also play the deck. So, and from here, he's got some really good plays going on. Like, he has Stratos on board, Vion on board. He has Escradillo with Dread Decimator. And from here, he uses Dark Calling, I believe. To special summon, yep, he special summons the Malicious Bane. And that's just like he's got a big board. Like, if I had Nibiru right now, that'd be absolutely hilarious. But then after that, he tributes the other 3 heroes on his board to special summon Plasma. So he's got Malicious Bane, Plasma, Dread Decimator, and a face down, which that face down is pretty rough because I believe that's a mass change, which is just inherently kind of problematic for NEKROZ, because NEKROZ, all it does is search when it's trying to get its plays going. You know, when you open up with NEKROZ, you're just trying to get all your searches off first. So, and with Dark Law, he just screws me. But either way, I reveal the Brio with Talismandra, and then after that he mask changed the Decimator into Dark Law, and then from there I resolve the Talismandra and special summon from my deck a copy of Bookstone, because I don't want my my hand to get all banished off of Dark Law. I don't want him to take any of my cards away. But then after that I have to tribute summon, and I tribute for Zaborg, and I can't do anything with Zaborg because of Plasma, but then I try and at least beat over something. I forgot he had the Honest Neos in hand, so it's kind of rough. Like I said, either way, I mean, it would have been problematic just because NEKROZ has such a hard time dealing with Dark Law and Plasma both at the same time. Like, that is a tough board for a lot of decks to overcome. You really have to have the right cards, and unfortunately NEKROZ, there's a lot of ending requirements for NEKROZ in that, yeah, I mean, yeah, they're all inherently good cards that you can play that just help the NEKROZ strategy, but there's so many of them because you have to play the ritual spells, the ritual monsters, the ways to search them. It just makes things difficult. But then I set 2 cards, I activate Prep of Rights. Even though I'm getting a search at this point, I figure I have to try and do something to break out of this. So I search the Brio, and I have 2 Brios in hand, so either way I'm gonna get, you know, whatever I can search. So unfortunately, either way, it just doesn't pan out well for me, because there's really not much I can do here. So I just scoop it up. That's game 3, unfortunately. That's just the way of the game. As you can see, I sided in Called by the Graves, I sided in Ash Blossoms, figuring maybe if I can, you know, just hedge the game state in my favor with playing Ash Blossom at the right time when he uses Cross Crusader to try and search, or if he uses something that would send or anything like that. You know, heroes are kind of a glass cannon deck where if you manage to stop them right at the one choking point in their combo, it leaves their board rather lackluster. I mean, they can always just like end on Dark Law if they hard drew a mass change, but either way, it just like Ash Blossom, even Droll and Lockbird being probably the more optimal hand trap of the two ones that prevent searching. Like, either one of those would help, but either way, in a scenario where heroes just go off, there's just really not much you can do. They just go off. You have to try and break their board, which isn't too difficult, again, because they are a glass cannon type deck, but if they go off, they go off. So that's just Yu-Gi-Oh for you. And again, like I said, NEKROZ just could not overcome Dark Law Plasma. That's just such a tough board for NEKROZ to combat. But either way, guys, that was the first match we've done in a while. I will try to post some more. I have one with Mermail and Cyber Dragon. I have some other ones too. We've been filming a little bit here and there lately, trying to get back into it. So it's been taking me a while to edit. There's just been a lot going on. So, but either way, Eric here with TeamEccenTrick. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. I will, again, post as much as I can. So, signing out. Rate and subscribe, leave your comments and ideas in the comments section below, and don't hesitate to give us respectful suggestions on content you want to see. Eric on behalf of the team saying take care, and TeamEccenTrick out.